And Mind Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. And the title of the video is tapping into 125 to 127 trillion dollars interoperability. Remember, please subscribe, please hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos, and just hit that like button. You'd be doing me a massive favor. Remembering, none of the information provided in this video should ever be a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, we look at these crypto bubbles, and we are down 2 ranks to 54 with a market cap of $1.36 billion with a 24-hour volume of $19 million. Quant currently sitting at $113. We are down 0.9% in the hour, down 2.8% in the day, but still up 3.5% in the week. It's looking kind of red today, but as you know, I'm not here for the short term. These short term blips do not bother me in the slightest. Even if they do go up, I'm not bothered. I'm here for the long term. And we move over to a tweet I made back in October, which is really, really important. So stay with me. It says here, Quant, it's not long until Finality launches. I wonder who they'll be using. Interoperability is key to tapping into 125 to 127 trillion dollars. And as we can see here, Sir John Cunliffe indirectly references Finality, and we are connecting the dots here. And as we can see here, Sir John Cunliffe's speech indirectly references Finality, the wholesale settlement solution waiting for the banks to go ahead to launch. The settlement token is backed by commercial bank money held in an omnibus account at the central bank. Hence, one might view it as a wholesale stablecoin or synthetic CBDC. A speech footnote hinted at a reason for the launch delay. The bank is considering the risks and benefits of innovations in wholesale settlement, including the use of stablecoins for wholesale purposes, and will set out its views in due course. As with Sir John, other speeches, it's well worth a read. Now, this is really, really exciting because we can also see here Finality International. Banks in Germany are preserving their B2B payments markets with bank deposit tokens minted on DLT networks. As Ledger Insights covers, interoperability is key to tapping into the 125 to 127 trillion dollar market alongside private wholesale CBDCs alternatives like Finality. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because of this breaking news. Finality, the wholesale payment system backed by 20 institutions, has launched payments with on-chain cash backed by central bank money. And as we can see here, important, we can see NASDAQ, DTCC, these big UBS, Barclays, BNY Mellon, ING, Lloyds Bank, Santander, these massive names. And if we move over to the article by Ledger Insights, we can see many claim their announcements are groundbreaking. But today, launch of the DLT Sterling Finality payment system really is a trustworthy on-chain payment mechanism is one of the critical requirements to support tokenized securities and capital markets. Now the UK has one, which is brilliant. The first banks to go live are Lloyds Banking Group, Banco Santander, and UBS. Transacting their first live payments over Finality is evidence of the Finality vision coming to life, said Haider Jaffrey, Managing Director of Principal Investments and Strategic Ventures at UBS. The creation of a new, systemically important global payment system is a once in a generation event, which is massive. Finality ticks the boxes demanded of a wholesale digital payment system. The payment instrument is underpinned by a central bank omnibus account combined with bankruptcy remote structure with atomic settlement or delivery versus payment DVP. This addresses settlement risks, plus there's a peace of mind of the Bank of England's oversight. Designated a systemically important payment system more than a year ago. Systems like Finality will help eliminate settlement risk and make wholesale payments instant and 24/7, said John Whelan, Managing Director of Digital Assets at Banco Santander. The banks will use Finality's connection to CHAPS payments system to top up or withdraw from omnibus account. Finality's global ambitions. When Rishi Sunak was Chancellor of the Exchequer, he declared an ambition to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset technology. The omnibus account that underpins the pound FMPS was first made available while he was in that role. Finality is a big step towards that ambition, and the launch timing couldn't be better. The UK is finalising its digital security sandbox with a solution now available for on-chain settlement. In contrast, the EU will start testing wholesale payments options almost a year after the launch of the DLT pilot regime. That said, potentially finality could be one of the wholesale solutions in the EU. This has been a stated goal since its founding, and today it reiterated its plans to launch Euro and USD payments. This is massive. If you look at the recent additions of the DTCC and Goldman Sachs as finality investors, perhaps a dollar version isn't that far off. From a congressional perspective, a private wholesale payment system might go down easier than a wholesale CBDC, while the Federal Reserve has stated it doesn't need congressional approval for a wholesale CBDC. A recently published Federal Reserve paper appeared to explore the limits of what's possible. Digital payment use cases. Given Finality has more than 7 years in the making, it previously trialed much of its future functionality with the HQLA collateral management solution. Santander, Goldman Sachs, and UBS tested repo transactions. The key benefit of HQLA is it enables intraday settlements of securities. For the repo trial, Finality provided the cash leg. For a few years, Finality has also worked with the soon-to-launch Fintium, which enables DLT-based FX swaps. UBS is one of the banks that have committed to be part of the launch group. Additionally, Finality's technology partner Adhara has a bank liquidity solution that's integrated with Finality. So one small step, one giant leap, but not yet. However, the emphasis is on these use cases being future supported features. Finality and the Bank of England are taking a cautious approach with limits imposed by the central bank. We were curious that the announcement mentioned scaling up to commercial operations. The transactions that have taken place have the primary objective of testing the functionality and resilience of Finality's world-first DLT-based wholesale payment system. Our priority is now to build upon these real live transactions to scale up volume, value, frequency, and complexity of payments of the pound FMPS. This phase growth sits alongside broader network growth and the rollout of additional value-added functionalities that underlying technologies enable, subject to regulatory approval. He added that Finality will empower digital payments, payments versus payment, and DVP in both wholesale financial markets and emerging tokenized asset markets. Meanwhile, this has been a big month for institutional digital payments. Remember, and the sixth digital exchange SDX started using wholesale CBDC for settlement for a limited time. Although the currency is issued by the central bank, Six developed the infrastructure, and we know all about the digital exchange SDX. And we see this from Just a Tech Guy. Back in July 2023, we can see Finality, 17 commercial banks, Hyperledger, and Corda. And we can see from these infographics, we've got interoperability, connection to any blockchain, Hyperledger, Corda, or any legacy platform. Finality. We can also see, in fact, this move is already beginning to happen as several options for this fiat-backed tokenized money have now been developed in collaboration with regulators and already coming to the market. These options include CBDCs in some jurisdictions, collateralization by banks and EMIs, Finality, and DM Reserve. Quant technology will support implementation of these models as the Overledger DLT gateways has unique features to link settlement, clearing, and retail layers for tokenized money, while Overledger will connect the strategically important tokenized currencies to facilitate fully tokenized payment services using DLNs. And we can see here the infographic, these massive names that are involved. And we see this beautiful tweet from Tokenizer. Finality is launching a platform for wholesale payments in the UK. This is a DLT-based sterling for support of tokenized securities and capital markets. As we know, Quant has been the fintech leader in the UK, and from this board of members, we see tons of connections to the Quant network. Barclays tested Quant smart locks in Project Rosalind. Nasdaq, recent green markets launched with WAPIs, DTCC, Project Ion with Finality, Santander UK Finance Panel, BNP Paribas tested Project Mariana Interop, Finality Project Ion with DTCC times permission Interop, CIBC Canadian Bank under Standards Canada, and then Lloyd's MLETR Trade enabled XDC. The first banks to go live are Lloyd's Banking Group, Banco Santander and UBS, as we know. While we don't see Quant here, we can be sure knowing that they're building in compliance to the ISO standardization. And we connect more dots here. This was actually a tweet from Greg Lunt, but was actually in September 2022. Finality recently collaborated with the DTCC, who sells 2 quadrillion per year on Project Ion, a new platform for global DLT settlements. We speculated for years about Finality as a quant white label, so I made a video for you peeling back the layers. So let's have a watch of this. It's very, very interesting.
This all starts with Clearmatics. They were founded in 2015, based out of London. They're able to basically interoperate smart contracts from blockchains with JavaScript, so it does some legacy to Ethereum. And as of 2019, basically, they were running these hackathons where we can see as of February 2019, they basically didn't have an interoperability solution for blockchains as a whole. Then all of a sudden, in June 2019, Finality is formed. They raise money from 14 different banks. Clearmatics is their tech partner, and they are building these systems on a private version of Ethereum. So Finality is built on Ethereum with a partner who's doing technology that is running hackathons 4 months earlier. They clearly don't have interoperability, chain-to-chain figured out. This is their website back in 2019, right when it started out. If you're in the FAQ section, they have this image that shows that their interoperability layer actually gives them connection to any blockchain. Hyperledger, Corda, etc. So how are they doing that when they barely had something from a hackathon a few months before connecting to Hyperledger? Corda is a whole different beast, and apparently they have other ones. So this is curious to me.
There you go, absolutely. And connecting the dots there like an alpha, which is what we want to see. This is what we're doing. We are speculating, we are looking for those dots, we are looking for that trail, which is why we're here. The question is Quant a major part of this? In my opinion, I believe so. And then we see this last tweet from Miles Bron. Finality times Quant is coming, ladies and gentlemen, another step closer since the initial phase 1 launch. And we can see here we are developing a group of payment systems that together constitute Finality Global Payments. Each jurisdictional Finality payment system, for example, the sterling, FMPS, US dollar, and the euro. And we see this. And we hear this a lot, the network of networks will dramatically reduce the risk, be it settlement, replacement costs, and credit counterparty risks in real-time settlement and 24/7 availability. Where have you heard that before? The network of network. Just putting the dots together, getting excited as well. So there you go. And please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. And if you've got this far through the video, please hit that like button. All the best, and I'll catch you later.